We're talking about veganism and the issues
So
that
how
affect
is
the
your
community.
vegan dating life going?
Vegan dating
Vegan
life.
dating life?
I'm
Well,
interested.
Well,
Then he put his leg up too.
well, there's lots of different groups and stuff that I'm a part of. There's single black vegan groups.
He's in the single black vegan.
No, I'm not.
You're not in a single
I'm in the
black
North
vegan.
Texas single vegans or something like
Okay.
that. I'm in that group, but I haven't tried to like link up with any of them yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, just because somebody's vegan doesn't mean that you're gonna mesh or anything. It's just we just have one thing in common. We just have veganism.
Pretty much. And
But I want to be in the North Texas single black vegans.
He want to be in all the black groups.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
trying to be in all the melanin groups.
Maybe melanated groups.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This is my opinion on the whole vegan dating thing.
Okay.
I don't think that vegans are any better to date than non-vegans.
Right.
I've dated lots of vegans and I've dated non-vegans, and I don't see a difference in personality. I don't see a difference in ethics. I don't see a
Well, I
difference.
mean, Maya did say, when she kissed a non-vegan, she said she smelled death on his breath. So I'm just trying to figure that out. Does that happen with you?
Honestly, I have not noticed anything like that.
Okay.
Now, it depends on the health of the person, because the people that I've dated that weren't vegan are health conscious, and they didn't eat like a ton of meat, and they didn't eat meat in a way that was
recklessly.
They didn't eat like a bunch of junk and stuff like that. Right. And also they were conscious in front of me, so like when we were out together, they didn't eat meat around me.
Right. They're real ones.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I think whenever you have a balance like that, it makes it easier to.
It makes it a whole lot easier. I have friends that are actually like that.
Yeah, me too.
I respect them for that a lot.
Right. And I think that goes into the ability to influence others, because if you're a happy person as a vegan and you're kind about it and you're really accepting and open, then it encourages other people to go vegan.
True.
So the people that I've dated that haven't been vegan have interest. They've expressed interest in it. So they've like, oh, what about that? And let me try this vegan dish, or they try to cook something vegan. And it was good, and no, I didn't taste death on their breath because they didn't eat it while they were around me,
That's true.
And also I know lots of people who are vegan and they got married and got together with someone, and that person went vegan for them, or
that's
they
real
went
love.
right, but it didn't happen right away. It didn't happen right away, but I have several friends that are like, well, the person, over time, they're just like, well, why don't I just go vegan? Like,
I wouldn't want nobody to go vegan for me, though. I want you to go vegan for yourself, because you see the results and the ethical
absolutely.
stuff.
I agree with that. And I don't think they went vegan for them, per se, in that sense.
They just were a big influence.
It was a big influence,
True,
and as they tried it, they realized, like, I feel better when I'm eating vegan.
It's not as hard
easier.
as I thought.
Yeah, it's easier.
This is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, they're not budging, so
Wow.
Might as well.
Yeah.
And they've been vegan for
and they felt
dozens of years.
they can make bowel movements easier. That's what made me want to go
yeah.
vegan. Yeah,
I mean, that's the reality, though. Like, a lot of people don't believe
going right
me.
through me.
Yeah. and it's also just, like, for example, like, we don't need air freshener in my household. Like,
exactly.
Because you don't have all that dead flesh going through your body. It's like,
there's better energy around now.
Right.
It's like you didn't kill nothing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't eat nothing that died or went through suffering.
Yeah. So it's just a better environment.
And it shows so much discipline. I feel like it makes you stronger as an individual, especially in this environment.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I think it makes you grow as a person, like, mentally
and spiritually.
I mean, at some point though, you kind of reach this level, and because I've been vegetarian for most of my life, and if I put it all together, it's been 20 plus years.
That's cool.
But it reaches a point where meat is just not an option.
Exactly.
And so I don't feel like I'm exercising any type of self-control or willpower, because I just
not even
don't.
A thought in your mind.
Yeah, I don't even. It's just not even it's just not gonna happen. Like, I don't care how much people put meat in my face. Now, if there were... Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh.
Stop going that direction.
Oh, sorry.
Okay?
I'm sorry. I'm a Scorpio. So
okay. Oh gosh. Yes, Scorpio energy.
Yeah. What are you? What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
I'm a Leo.
Leo?
Yeah, Leo, Libra, Scorpio.
I don't think I've met.
I have a little
Leos.
Libra in me, I think.
It's probably one of his
rising
signs or something.
Yeah, I'm a 29th.
Okay. October. So you're kind of, you're not on the cusp, but you're close. Yeah. You're close to, you're still October.
Yeah.
I'm October 5th, so I'm definitely right there. I'm a strong Libra, and I'm also a Libra rising.
Oh.
So yeah, I've got a lot of Libra.
I'm Scorpio to the bone.
I'm Scorpio rising, I believe, but I'm a Leo.
I don't know my rising. I think my rising is a Libra.
It is?
Say.
Okay.
I want to say. I don't know. I might have to ask my friend Kyra. She's
astrology.
She's a specialist on that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to get along pretty well with Scorpios. I mean, Scorpios have and you have a Scorpio too, so I can see that. Like, there's a natural friendship with Scorpios to me. Mm-hmm. And I have lots of really good Scorpio friends.
That's dope. Me too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scorpios. Thank you. I'm so glad these two.
Shout out to Libras too.
Shout out to Leos.
Leos.
You said you haven't.
I don't really know any. I mean, I might know some Leos, but I don't know that they're Leos.
I know a lot of Leos.
You know a lot of Leos?
Mm-hmm. I want to say a lot, but I have the people that are really close to me. They're Leos, like my mom, Harold, and then I have my friend Hertz. He's a Leo. Mm-hmm. Who is a Leo? There's another Leo that's in my.
What are you, Justin?
Close.
Cancer. My dad's a Cancer.
Oh yeah, you're a Cancer.
I don't know any Cancers either.
My stepdad's a Cancer. Y'all emotional.
Oh, look at the title.
Yeah, right. You're emotional.
Yeah, Leo. I mean, not Leos. Scorpios tend to be pretty emotional, but if they're not evolved, they're there's evolved people and there's unevolved people.
I think I'm on the evolved side.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But those who are not on the evolved side, they tend to get out of control sometimes, and it's like,
I think I'm a little. Sometimes I can't be out of control.
Bro.
Exactly.
Am I like that?
No, you're pretty controlled at times. But this morning you were.
What?
He was being an asshole this morning. Yes.
Oh, he was walking I have a no asshole rule, guys.
Yeah,
No, because it was like I was hearing screeching.
He was upset because I was singing my Bob Marley this morning.
Okay, but have you heard his singing?
It's not that bad.
I don't know you guys.
It's pretty intense.
It's not that bad.
It's like
it's not the best, but It's
like screeching in your.
It's from my soul.
That was not your soul. That sounded like some. Like he still has some meat inside of him.
Had to exercise that real quick. Exercise that flesh. But yeah, I think the different signs naturally attract other signs.
Absolutely.
I know in my life I have a lot of Virgos in my life. Like my dad's a Virgo.
I got some Virgos too.
Yeah, my dad's a Virgo. My brother's a Virgo. I have a really good friend here in Dallas as a Virgo.
What's your experience on Virgos?
Virgos, I think they have, what I like about them is that they're really chill.
Yeah.
That they're not as intense, like they have, they're very particular, they like things a certain way.
Yeah, detailed, they're very detailed.
Yeah, and if it's not right, they won't mess with it.
Exactly.
You won't be in. But when you're in with them, when you're with they will be loyal.
Yeah.
They're loyal. Even though, for example, some of my Virgo friends, we can go months, like maybe half a year without speaking to each other. But when we do speak to each other, it's like we never, it's like no time went by.
What about a disloyal Virgo? You ever met any?
I don't know any disloyal Virgos. I don't know any Virgos that I can't call right now and be like, what's up? And it's like we've never, zero time went by. I don't know any Virgos like that.
That's dope.
Maybe I do, but the ones that tend to really get under my skin or not work very well with are Capricorns and Pisces. Those are
I don't know too many Capricorns or Pisces.
I don't know what it is. There's an initial attraction with them, and then
after that it goes downhill.
It's just like we end up blocking each other.
Maybe our sign is just not meant to be compatible or something.
It's just not good. I have one Capricorn friend. She's a really, really, really good friend. And even at some point, we blocked each other. We weren't friends. And then we came back, and I guess because we had both evolved and grown, and now we're really good friends.
You know what? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Let's put our sides to the side.
Sides to the side.
And, let's call this truce.
Yeah.
So, colonization. How do you feel about colonization and, the efforts to decolonize?
Well, this is a new topic for me, and when I learned about decolonization, I immediately was like, yes, this is something I need in my life. And I think colonialism is something that has impacted the entire world in a negative way.
Absolutely.
And it's not so literal in the sense of, well, you know, the United States wasn't colonized. You know, this land hasn't been colonized since the 1700s, before the Revolution. I don't look at it that way. Even though the Americas won the war and the Revolution, we still have the footprint of colonization on our lives.
Yeah, everywhere.
You know, and it's also it's a mentality. It's a state of mind.
It's true. It's true.
It is a desire to dominate other groups of people and species,
and to capitalize
off of their labor, their bodies, their resources.
Absolutely.
Do you listen to Dead Prez?
I don't listen to Dead Prez. I mean, I know what that is.
Do you agree with Kanye's statement?
No. I don't know what they're talking about.
No, at all.
No, I actually once that happened, I thumbs down every Kanye song that comes on Pandora. Like,
whoa!
Like, yeah, and like Kanye.
She ain't making no money from me
exactly.
or anybody else.
Kanye is like, he's a genius when it comes to music, and I respect his like genius. I mean, I loved Late Registration.
Yes,
and, I mean, like everything.
With the teddy bear,
like Currency said.
No, I liked all his albums. Like,
you got Yeezus?
No.
I actually did like a few songs
of
Yeezus. Yeah.
But that's when everybody
even like
was
Watch the Throne, like all those, everything that he was in, like I thought his music was great. But what he said was taken for granted. His position.
Yeah.
Right.
He's built a platform, and he's built a following based on his So the things that he says are heard by the world, and so for him to be reckless like that, I just don't feel that. I mean, I don't want to be harsh to say this, but I mean, he showed that he was undeserving of that spotlight, of that, because if you're going to throw black people under the bus like that in front of everyone, like that is not that's not cool at all to me. And the problem was when he said that, and like I do understand what he was
kind of going with it.
I understand what he was trying to say.
He was saying that like he had the spirit of like Nat Turner and all the revolutionists that revolted, and that it was a choice in that instant of it. But
what he was doing though, like I know what he was trying to say, but he was misguided, and what he was doing was simply bootstrap logic. And bootstrap logic, pull yourself up by your bootstraps type thing, and what that does is, as a black person, you're saying this where everyone can hear you. You're saying this on the world stage. That gives white supremacy ammunition.
More fuel.
Yeah, it gives them more fuel. Like, see, Kanye said, slavery was a choice, and you guys are weak, and you guys are, killing yourselves, and it kind of gives white supremacy an excuse.
True. Right. Do you think you'll ever forgive him?
I think Kanye has some things to work through.
Okay.
A lot of people are saying that he needs a black woman in his life. I remember Snoop Dogg said that on The View, I think. And he needs a black woman in his life, and I think a strong black woman in his life. And since his mother died, I mean, it hasn't been the same. And I think he needs to work through some things to get him to a balanced place.
True.
And then for him to then go in and kind of change and maybe start to recant what he said, and be a better messenger, then I might consider
forgiving him.
No, let's not put it like he offended me. He didn't offend me, and I'm not angry at Kanye. So it's not a matter of forgiving him.
He's lost your support.
Yeah, he's lost my support. He's lost my respect.
Kind of sound like you got a little anger towards me.
It sounds like a little animosity.
Yeah, because if you just put a thumbs down on Pandora
on every song, not even a good one.
That's a little something. You got a little something brewing in there.
I guess you could say, I have a little bit of a problem when people of color or black people do things on the world stage that hurts us.
Yeah.
Like
it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, even like things like what Bill Cosby did. you know, a lot of people are saying, well, you know, this is an attack on the black man. Why aren't white men being held accountable? I see every man should be held accountable for assault and sexual violence.
Definitely.
But for him, it was a deeper cut because his position and the fact that he has said so much about the black community. Right. And a lot of the things that he said were damaging.
That makes sense.
Similar to the things that Kanye said. Right. And I just, for him to, on top of that, be taking advantage of women.
Yeah, that's
that to me is just, no, like, he's not one of us. Like, keep him away. Like, so that's the kind of thing. Like, I just don't have any place in my heart for any traitor that does that.
You're a gangster. Yeah. for sure. If you were born, like, 50, 60 years ago, you would be a Black Panther or something. maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think the things that the Black... Or like an Angela Davis.
Yeah. The things that the Black Panthers did, I think that they did things for the community. Mm-hmm. But then they're also internally, like, there was some misogyny and some things that I probably would not have been okay with.
Okay,
so,
understood.
Yeah.
But we could have worked through those things. It's going to be things you got to work with any situation, you know, even when we're dealing with our own people. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the truth. The truth hurts.
Right.
So what got you interested into the fight into decolonization again?
Well, the first thing was noticing issues in the vegan community, noticing racism in the vegan community, and realizing that there's something else going on here. Like there's something bigger. And when I looked at the idea, there's a word in the vegan community called speciesism, and basically it's saying that, you know, when we harm animals, we're doing it in a way that we think our species is better than animals, and speciesism is wrong, just like racism is wrong.
Right.
But what I saw was, I saw racist vegans co-opting that word to harm people of color.
Wow.
And
to be honest, I ain't never met a racist vegan yet. I don't think.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't.
How do you know?
You don't meet them.
How do I know? Yeah, exactly.
Well, just because someone smiles, like, "Hey, how you doing?" That don't mean they're not racist.
I hate that.
Exactly. Yeah. Racism. I think one of the issues is that racism is something that it's just like speciesism in a way that it's ingrained into us.
Yeah,
right.
It's the society is kind of like the victim type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
It's like programming.
It's programming, and so you might have, you know, a person, a white person or a light-skinned person who might be well-meaning. They might be a nice person, a great person, but they still may have racism inside of them.
True.
That's not an insult. And I think a lot of times when we say you have said something racist or you've done something racist, people take offense to that.
They're like, what? I can never be racist.
I'm not racist.
Yeah.
And I help black people. And blah, blah,
right.
you know,
I have black friends.
Yeah. That's like, I can't stand that. It's like, okay, great. That does not mean you're not racist, right?
Right, exactly.
Even if you have a black baby or something, that does not mean you're not racist.
You still can be racist.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the thing is, when I see that, I just saw that there was an unwillingness to do the work. So when, for example, I'm just going to explain the situation that happened. This occurred online, but there was an image that was circulating around, and in this image, it was a cartoon image, like an illustration, but it was a very racist meme. And on one side, it was like, you know, the image of a black person being lynched that said 1815. And then on the other side was a pig hanging upside down, 2015. And it said, like, both are wrong. And so, right. So that was circulating. And so a friend of mine posted that meme and said, don't use this meme. This is a racist meme. This is wrong.
Right.
And so many people commented on that post. Like, literally 1,000 comments. I don't know if it got shared in a group or something, but like there was like 1,000 comments on that post, and it was a lot of them were white vegans, and most of them were white vegans, and they were saying, you know, you people have no right, you know, you're trying to say that you're better than the animals, you know, trying to say you're speciesist and all these things. And the problem with the meme was that, one, it incorrectly juxtaposed you know, American slavery and Jim Crow and a lot of the racism that still happens today.
True.
Against animal slavery
across the world.
Right. And the thing that and this is how I know that meme had a negative effect, because a lot of the white vegans were on there saying slavery's over, you know. And it's like, it's not over.
It's not.
There are people who are enslaved today.
It's just like 2019
exactly
edition, you know? It's a whole nother level.
It's not over. And lynching, I mean, there are photographs within the past 50 years
exactly
of
I feel like
black people.
I feel like we don't have to go that far back to even see a photo of a lynching. I feel like it's
exactly.
been one in the last 5 years.
It has. It's absolutely. And so it denies that, one, the issues are still going on. So to say that, well, it's over for you, it's not your turn anymore, we're only going to focus on animals, that denies the part that colonialism or colonization has played in the oppression of both black people and animals.
Animals, right.
So black people have a unique relationship with animals.
Exactly.
It's not that we are the oppressors of animals as black people, you know, but we were oppressed alongside animals, and animals are still being used to oppress us in terms of the industry that poisons our neighborhoods.
Exactly.
And it causes, you know, sickness, disease, illness. And then there's the racism in the medical industry.
Right. It's
black
all part
patients
of a
aren't
capitalistic
treated.
type
Right.
of society.
So we're not saying that animals don't deserve to be, you know, fought for. We're not saying that. We're just saying that our fight isn't over either.
Right. And don't even compare the fight.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not. And it's also, the issue is it's not their history to use. It's African American lynching and those things like that. That history does not belong to you as a white vegan. That doesn't belong to you. Right. So don't use it as a cheap argument. That's kind of like the position. So when I saw things like that, and I saw how widespread the ideology was, that they want to co-opt that kind of history, and I saw that it's not veganism that we need. I mean, yes, we should be vegan, but veganism isn't the owner of the movement.
True.
There's
it's been Rastafarian movements and other movements like that before. The
Rastafarians, the Comedics, the Jains.
Exactly.
I mean, veganism has been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
It just has another title to it.
Right, right. And so, and not only that, but it originated in countries of color, people of color. So, so I realized that this is there's a much broader picture here. There's a much bigger fight. That's, animals' liberation is not the end all be all.
It's not. It's bigger fight.
It's decolonization.
Exactly. That's the big issue.
And veganism, the fight for animal rights, falls within decolonization.
Exactly. With many other factors as well. Right. So what do we have to do? What can we do to be proactive in the fight against decolonization?
Well, first of all, you have to be aware
and understand. Yeah.
Be aware. Look for ways that colonization has impacted your life.
Okay.
Everything from the places that you shop at, the clothes that you wear.
Because we wear European clothes.
Right, but it's not only that, but a lot of the clothes that we wear are produced in sweatshops and factories where they might as well be slaves. They're not paid fair wages for their labor. They're tricked into being employed at these places. They're promised that they're going to be given paperwork to go to the United States. Their passports are being held. A lot of them are children. They get beaten. They've been forced to work, 16-hour days, raped, and they're not allowed to get out of these places. And so it's like, we need to search and look for ways that our dollars are affecting other people exactly. around the world. And in this country.
Just because Nike got behind Kaepernick and made a campaign, that don't mean that we need to be going out buying
absolutely
5
not.
new pairs of Nikes.
Yeah, I didn't buy any Nikes. Yeah. I stopped wearing Nike long ago. Mm-hmm. And I stopped wearing Nike. First of all, I don't think it's just about veganism, because I know that some people were making, arguments against Kaepernick as a vegan, because he's vegan, right. for supporting or being in an advertisement by a company that produces, leather and stuff. Mm-hmm. I didn't stop buying Nikes simply because they make leather. I stopped buying Nikes because of what they stand for overall. Which is oppression, mm-hmm. Capitalism. And, they operate sweatshops. They've been accused many times of unethical practices. Mm-hmm. And, and I don't want to support, I don't buy leather. I don't buy things that are, produced through cruelty. True. I don't buy products that were tested on animals. Mm-hmm. And so, I stopped buying Nike because I didn't want to contribute to that entire system. Do I like what Nike did? Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that they put Kaepernick onto a bigger platform and then made a statement. Yeah. As far as our social standpoint, as far as rhetoric and making decisions in this country, I think that's great. Mm-hmm. I love it. I stand by that. But I won't buy Nikes. Right. I think
it's still more to work on Nike.
They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They don't necessarily need our money. What we need to be doing is circulating our dollars into our community.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Instead of buying Nikes, buy a shoe designed by a black business owner.
I bought my slippers from a Rastafarian friend.
Okay,
in
those
Liberia.
are pretty dope, actually.
Yeah. So he gets a lot of compliments too.
I like that. They're beaded. Yeah.
Hey, y'all gotta know all of that. They're not that crusty from a distance. Now if you get close up and personal, you might see some imperfections. But shout out to Rastafari. Just how it.
Very cool. Yeah. So that's my views on it. I just think in order to fight decolonization, you can fight decolonization on a personal level.
Exactly.
Just by changing what you eat,
changing the way we live,
changing the way you live,
change the way you think. Everything.
Right. And that's kind of the platform that Vegan Soul Squad operates off of. That Vegan Soul Squad is the group that I started.
You started a lot of groups.
I did.
You're a trendsetter.
I have started some groups. So Vegan Soul Squad is a group that I started, and I started from a place of anger because I saw...
Was it a heartbreak?
No. Okay. It was because... it was a heartbreak because I was sad for the community. Okay. And what happened was I was in a group, vegan group. I won't say which one. But
call them out.
Vegan group, and there was an argument going on about, there was a post that talked about veganism isn't cruelty-free unless we care about the lives of migrant farm workers. Right. And a lot of the vegans in the group started attacking it and saying, well, this is bashing veganism and blah, blah, blah. And it's like they completely missed the compassion aspect. Mm-hmm. And the reality is that meme was right.
Right.
Now, I don't agree with it like, well, might as well not be vegan because veganism isn't cruelty-free. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying let's make veganism cruelty-free.
Right. Let's be more proactive.
Right. Let us care about the lives of migrant farm workers too. Because at the end of the day, if we start to see all beings as people, like animals are people, humans are people, then we can include everyone in veganism. Mm-hmm. And the truth is that right in this country there is slavery because migrant farm workers are paid like pennies or very little for their work. They aren't, many times they're not legal citizens, mm-hmm. so they don't have rights. They can't speak out against things that are being done to them. They're having to live in these shacks that are on the farms.
Slavery,
yeah.
That's slavery.
And there was a huge thing that happened in Florida back, I think it was in around 2008, where a bunch of illegal immigrants were found to be forced laborers on orange farms, and they were locked in these trailers. And they discovered them. They were chained in these trailers. So we have things like this going on, and you might say, well, as long as you're not eating meat, then you're not contributing to cruelty. But this entire big agriculture system is part of the problem. This is colonialism at work today.
And even it goes further to the factories that are polluting our air.
Right.
It goes to, so many different industries that are big figures in our,
Yeah. So I started Vegan Soul Squad to address those issues.
Yeah, gotcha.
Let's make veganism about more than just what you eat and the fact that you're somehow in a moral high ground because you don't eat animals. No, it goes deeper than that, right? Yeah, and what about people in homeless shelters who have no choice? I served at homeless shelters before, and there were some people there that asked for no meat.
That's dope.
But there was nothing else to substitute it with, so I just had to give them extra rice or something like that.
Right.
And God forbid if they wanted vegan. I mean, there's butter and like all types of stuff in the food. So I realized like there's a need that's not being addressed. And so a lot of the work that we've done in Vegan Soul Squad is to help the homeless community and provide vegan options for them.
That's cool.
We've served at Austin Street Shelter, and we've served on the streets, just passing out vegan food.
I've done that as well, passing out like different fruits and stuff like that in New Orleans.
We've partnered out with a group called PBJ Sandwiches for Soup Mobile.
Okay,
they're also a vegan group that helps the homeless, and so we do work that way, and it has been really impactful in terms of allowing vegan people who want to make a difference to feel like, wow, I'm making a difference, and exposing people on the streets to healthy food that they would not get. I really don't believe that they deserve to be given junk food and animal products and
mac and cheese and all of that. Like,
we can make vegan mac and cheese that tastes amazing.
Exactly.
And it's better for them to eat than here's another thing. The majority of people of African descent and the Latinx community are lactose intolerant.
Right. We don't even, this diet is not even for us.
It's not. Yeah. So it's actually racist to
even feed us this type of food.
Yeah, to make that part of the system.
Exactly. No, seriously. Because you can't even function, or you can't even be your best self.
All these digestive problems and all these things. It's like, but you've made milk normal, that everyone's supposed to just eat milk. Yeah. It's racist.
This system is just
trying to feed us the white milk.
It's not sensitive to the people of color who we don't. I mean, that harms our bodies.
We're not in thought. Right. We're not in thought in any decision that's being made within the system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you say, milk gives you strong bones, and no, it actually doesn't. Yeah, like it doesn't. It's not good for us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the things that we try to address. But yeah, so with Vegan Soul Squad, I am taking a step back with the organization because I want to regroup, and I want to eventually come back and be able to hire a community organizer.
Okay.
Because I really believe that people should be paid for their labor. I really don't think that people should, we're giving, part of our hearts when we serve the homeless and when we serve people, but there's another side of it that comes with a lot of organization skills, a lot of administrative things, a lot of planning, and those are the types of things that we need dedicated people that are available, all day, all week to make these things happen.
They can give their time to it.
Right, and if they're making a living doing it, then they can give their time to it. And so I'm going to take a break in terms of going back and developing some financial programs, raising the funds, designing products that we can use to fundraise. And building up my business.
True.
Building up my advertising business so that eventually I can write a check and fund Vegan Soul Squad.
Yep.
So
I feel like if we reached out to different people like in the vegan community, V-Eats, Spiral, different places like that you could even get them more involved in something like that.
Well, we had a partnership with Nature's Plate, and that was amazing. But I wanted to be able to contribute to Nature's Plate and be able to purchase, because we had an agreement where we were given meals that were unused or unpicked up.
Okay.
from Nature's Plate. Oh, they're awesome, by the way. Have you guys ever had?
No,
Nature's
I
Plate?
actually never had.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, they have like these vegan meals, right? Yeah, they're prepackaged vegan meals that you need to warm up, but they're really good if you want to like just buy 5 meals and just have meals to eat,
awesome.
for lunch. Yeah, it's like meal planning.
Yeah.
They're pre-cooked, pre-packaged. But they were giving us their leftover meals.
Okay.
But I wanted to take a step back away from the logistical, like going to pick it up and all these things, because what we're going to do is I want to one day be able to sponsor larger amounts of plates to be made for Vegan Soul Squad. So like to purchase 50 plates, 100 plates, 150 plates to distribute into the community. And so in order to do that type of thing, I need to go back and kind of retreat and regroup and kind of rebuild.
But even if you were to do
from a financial standpoint,
that would be great marketing for Nature's, what they call it?
Nature's
Plate. That would be great marketing for them as well, because with that being, you'll get more customers, to them. So.
Yeah, it just gets the name out there. So hopefully, if they're listening,
They will be.
yeah, this is something that's really close to my heart, and I've loved working, with them, and I can't wait to continue.
Yeah, that's
great.
That. That's great. You sound like you're doing great things, positive, and I'm loving everything that you're saying.
You're dope.
I'm
glad you came to visit us. I'm glad you came to share your light, and shine with us today. It's been great. It's been a pleasure. Do you have any special things you want to say to the camera or to the audience?
Well, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being interested in this.
Absolutely, yeah. We hope you guys picked up some great advice, some great insight, some great knowledge. Also,
let the people know where we can find you.
Yes, absolutely. If you're looking for help with Facebook ads, you can find me on my website, 11th.social.
11.social.
11th, like
11th,
11th with a TH.
Like before 12th.
Yeah.
11th.
Dot social. And if you are looking for connecting with us with Vegan Soul Squad, you could email me, Andria. It's spelled Andria at vegansoulsquad.org. That's also our website, vegansoulsquad.org.
Yeah.
And we are. I'm speaking at, I'm moderating at a decolonization conference in Washington,
when is
D.C.
that? That's dope.
It's happening.
Yeah, we gotta go today.
Right.
Well, it's in Washington, D.C. It's happening October 27th through 28th.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
How'd you get invited to that?
Well, I met this awesome person, and that person is putting on the whole decolonization. And Carla.
That's dope.
And
I want to talk to her. She sounds amazing too. It sounds like you have great people around you.
Yeah. And so it's just awesome to connect with people. And so basically that decolonization conference is also coming to Austin.
Awesome.
So check with the dates and
I would love to get active with that as well.
Yeah. So. It'll be in Texas, so it'll be worth the road trip. Yeah. And so Vegan Soul Squad, the Facebook ads.
The dating one.
Oh yes, dating. Friendship first. If you're black, if you're black, if you're looking for.
If she's letting me in though.
Oh yeah, he has a VIP card.
I got the Egyptian card, the African card.
If you're looking to ultimately get into a serious, lifelong partnership or marriage, through friendship first and like true compatibility, then join our group. Just search.
I think I'm gonna join.
Yeah, join it. Friendship first, and it's I think it's black, building healthy black relationships.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
That sounds good for the soul.
You're gonna be awesome. You're already awesome, but you're gonna be even more awesome.
Awesomer.
Yeah.
Awesomer.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the love and support that the followers have given us. What? I'm sorry. Oh, shout out to our Instagram. You have an Instagram?
I do, but don't worry about it right now.
Don't worry about the Instagram.
I'm not.
It's under construction.
I'm not promoting it right now.
Till next time.
Yeah. I just lurk on there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you can follow us on our Instagram at True Hers Podcast or my personal Jonathan Blake Vasquez. That's all platforms.
And I'm Harold Pajo _.
Harold Pajo _
yes.
HCAP, wherever you know. find us. And we need some reviews, some feedback, all that, ratings, you know what I mean? We need all of that because we want to hear what y'all have to say. We want to hear y'all's feedback. We want to keep going. You know what I mean?
You're talking a lot of emphasis over there. I was just checking.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm just very passionate about it.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Love you.
Peace.
Peace.